As much as humans have done a lot of damage, I think it's amazing getting to see how nature reclaims stuff when we aren't fighting it. So urbexing is exploring places that people don't typically get to see.
Being an urban explorer is all about appreciating the history, the decay, and just these abandoned places in general. I'm Phil, otherwise known as Abandoned Oz. I'm an urban explorer based in Sydney, Australia. I explore abandoned places. My YouTube channel is about exploring the history. I like archiving and documenting places that have been lost.
My name's Garnet. I go by Sydney Urbex online. I've been exploring for about 5-6 years now. So I'm a photographer. I have my Instagram dedicated to abandoned buildings. My account's mostly just showing how things go derelict after a really long time and images of buildings that people don't often get to see.
So walking into these properties is classed as trespassing. So basically you are walking onto someone else's property. Probably not the most legal thing on the planet.
We are technically all criminals. No matter what we're doing, if we're in a building, we are breaking the law.
Me personally and quite a few others are not damaging these places.
And we might as well have fun. If no one's going to go in and show these places off, then they're just going to get forgotten all over again. To most urbexers, the legal side is the least important. We care more about our health and safety than anything. A lot of the time you'll find urbexers wearing gloves, always wear a face mask, like that's the biggest thing. Asbestos is a major issue and it won't hit you till 30 years later.
The risks involved with urbex, well, there's falling through rotten floorboards.
You can step on loose nails.
Which I've encountered more than once.
Termites are a big thing.
Yeah, there's some buildings that are pretty well falling apart.
The one thing that drives my passion about urbexing is the adrenaline, and it comes from a lot of different things. You know, you've got the lore factor, but you've also got the history factor, and the adrenaline from like reliving history in a way.
The thing that makes me passionate about urbex is meeting new people. I've met so many amazing people over the last 8 years. Exploring these places, it's good practice with photography and videography, even if it is just with my phone. And just the history, learning about the history of these places. Any urbexer that is legit and loyal to these locations won't give the location for certain places out to anybody.
Places get found and then it's only a matter of time once they're found before they get demolished, because if they're found, people vandalise them and they really become an eyesore to the community.
I find the hidden beauty by trying my best to picture the place as it was.
You can read as much as you want online, but you never get the feeling you get of being one of those people in those buildings. But when you're urban exploring, you get in there, you see what those people are seeing every day of their lives, and you kind of get to relive history in a way.
I like taking photos of anything with detail, so it could be old staircases, chandeliers if they're still present, windows. Windows are my favourite. Things like that that sort of just give an abandoned building character. I still just look at a place as if it's still in its former glory. There is beauty in decomposition. It's not forcefully tampered with by other people. The paint is flaking naturally. The dust everywhere, the splintered wood. The natural decay of a place is one of the things I appreciate so much.
I think everything good comes to an end, and that can be meant in a lot of different ways, including buildings. I know there's a building I've been to where all the windows are broken and the trees are actually growing into the building. It wears down and then you get termites, but they're not necessarily bad in this situation because they're breaking everything down and it's letting nature come and grow over that and slowly let it be forgotten.
There definitely is beauty in decomposition.